I know DSS might come for me, or the military might come for me on this. I swear to God with my father's grave, it will not be funny.
I think what the Senate has done by this act is to betray the trust of Nigerians. And not just betray the trust of Nigerians, is to make rubbish of all the gains that we've made. Because what happened today is a regression and a dangerous retreat to some of the lofty reforms that were introduced by the 2022 Electoral Act. The Senate President, I completely disagree with the Senate President. He's just being clever by half. Because what he is saying is that the ruling of the Supreme Court in the 2023 elections, they were very clear that electronic collation or transmission was unknown to the law, that INEC cannot, by virtue of its guidelines, introduce electronic transmission, and the IREF, it's clear. And so what the National Assembly did, particularly the two committees in the National Assembly, was to take that judicial pronouncement and update the law, because when the extant law says it shall be by a procedure determined by INEC, INEC went ahead in its guideline, determined the procedure, but the court now said, no, you have to insert it in the law. And the report before them, because I was part of the technical committee that was part of this entire process, what the House passed was that electronic transmission will be part of this process. In fact, the report also mentions the IREF. So I think that the Senate President is lying to Nigerians, because that's not what was provided in the report. It was clear, electronic transmission of result. But that's not also the only thing. One of the things that the Senate has also done is introduce some draconian provisions that will undermine the preparations for the 2023 election, especially logistics. What they have done, they've compressed the time frame. The reason why the 2022 Electoral Act provides that 360 days issue notice, campaign conduct of primaries, was to allow for logistics. What they have done now is to say that primaries will hold, about 90 days, and then INEC will publish the list of candidates 60 days to elections. For heaven's sake, when is INEC going to produce the ballot papers? And so we're going to run into a lot of logistical challenges, for the 2027 elections.
We felt, those of us who are still around, that it would be necessary to make a clarification of what happened yesterday, to put the records straight. Yesterday, the Senate did not, I repeat, did not pass transfer of results, which was in the 2022 Act. What we passed, and which the Senate President himself, when he was doing a clarification sitting on his chair, is transmission of results. And I need to make this very clear. Every one of us who is a senator, who has the privilege to represent a senatorial district, came here under the trust of their senatorial zone. And the reason for us to go into a closed session was so that we can tidy up all the niggling things inside there. And when we now come back to plenary to pass it, that we will pass it without any rancor. I can assure you, on my honor and the honor of all of us who are standing here, that both the Electoral Committee of the Senate, then the Ad hoc Committee of the Senate, and also in the executive session that we had, that we all agreed on Section 63, which is electronic transmission of votes. Or electronic transmission of results. Transmit, not transfer. What is in 2022 is transfer. And we don't want a law that is vague. We don't want a law that will be misinterpreted by anybody. We want a law that is clear, concise, and can be interpreted by all, and that is unambiguous.
The social media already is awash with the fact that the Senate has rejected electronic transmission. That is not true. That is not true. Electronic transmission had always been in our act. And what we did was to return the electronic transmission, which had been in our act and which was used in 2022. So please do not allow people to confuse you. If you are in doubt, we will make up our final votes and proceedings available to you if you apply and you are entitled, so that you will see this Senate under my watch has not rejected electronic transmission of results. It's in my interest as a participant in the next election for such to be done. So please don't go with the crowd. Don't go.
Akpabio. How many times I call you? 3 good times. You are sitting on a gunpowder. You are sitting on a ticking time bomb. You don't know the population you are joking with. Like, I swear to God, you do not have any idea of the population you are joking with. That you will sit down, joking and playing with the lives of millions of people. Millions of people that have given you that position. You are holding in trust for the masses. You think you just wake up from the blues and gather your fellow thieves, your fellow criminals. Then in the end, you want to manipulate, and if you try this election, you will hear shege. I swear to God. You go hear shege. If you work out for sky, we go meet you for sky. If na ground you dey, we go meet you for ground. If na water you enter, we go meet you for water. And you go touch around everybody for your house. Every day, there's one level of killing. Every day. Nobody is sure of the next 1 hour. In some communities, you cannot sleep with your 2 eyes closed. It is impossible. Areas that you will least even expect that attack will happen. Boom. Yet, all what our politicians are bothered about is the next election. How to read their way back. I know DSS might come for me, or the military might come for me on this. I swear to God with my father's grave, it will not be funny. It will not be funny. Nigeria is not your personal enterprise. It is not your father's business. It belongs to all of us. We have equal stake in this country. We have equal stake in this country. It is not your personal investment. It is not your property. So many of you cannot do anything outside politics. Outside government, you people can do nothing. We have intellectuals. We have people who are good with business, but they cannot get resources. They cannot get resources. They cannot get loan. They cannot get any investor. And there's no job. People graduate every year from school, roaming about the streets. People who are so intellectually mobile, they can't do nothing. People have energy. They want to deploy their energy into positive things, but they don't have any medium. People have ideas. They can't get funding. Have poor people littered everywhere on the streets. People can barely survive. Not that the country is broke. Nigeria is never broke. Nigeria has never been broke. We are blessed. You guys are the problems of this nation. From the presidency down to the councillor. You guys are the evil in this country. People cannot even sit down to reflect to say, okay, I have children. If people are not already having grandchildren, what about posterity? What about posterity? That people will look back. See how people are talking good about Fela now. Ken Saro-Wiwa. People cannot just sit down to say, okay, let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. Let my name be spoken of in high places in the future for good. No. You people are not poor. You have looted, you have embezzled, you have built wealth from the Nigerian state. Just give Britain space. The same country, we do not have light. We do not have light. Currently, I do not have lights in where I'm staying right now. There's no light. We don't have water. People provide light for themselves. People provide water for themselves. There's no security. Citizens provide security for themselves. There's no good road. People tar road for themselves. There's no education. The government schools are down. They are down. They are at ground zero. Private schools are feeding fat on Nigerians. We are rolling. There's no transport. We are rolling around in the same vicious circle. And all you people are thinking is just the mathematics to enrich yourself. How many are you people? How many are you? Nigerians, this is the time to stand up. Wake up. This is the time to wake up. If we need to be going after these people in their offices, one after the other, we will go there and mat our guard there. We'll mat ground there. And stay with them. This is 2026. We are not going to see am fun in 2027. If you don't correct all your wrongs and give Nigeria and Britain space, what will be this now? Is it a crime to be a Nigerian? What will be this? I swear to God, because you don't even understand what they happen. You people have no idea. You have pressed the neck of your fellow Nigerians. You have squeezed them to the point that they have nowhere else to go than to enter the streets. And it go reach you for anywhere where you sleep. It go reach you, reach your family for market one and they go. Driving convoys, living in affluence. For our common money, our common wealth. Our common wealth. People are dropping out, no job. People can't go to school. People can't feed. People can't eat. People can't pay transport. You think it's funny? People are dying in the hospitals. They can't pay bills. People can't pay bills. I swear to God, because as it is right now, I think it's even better to buy than to still be alive and be witnessing this rubbish. Waiting they come, una no will fit imagine them. You can't imagine it. I swear, you can't imagine it. Because we are fed up. We are fed up. We are fed up. Enough is enough. Don't worry, how I go meet you now? This election. You think now 2022? I mean 2023? You think it's 2023? Do not worry. If you like, you carry on our children and go abroad. Shebi una dey prepare them now to come take over power. They will hear shaggy. They will hear shaggy. Don't worry, how I go meet you now? If you know what's good for you, if you know what's good for you, that transmission, live transmission, is not transfer. Transmission, electronic transmission of results from the polling unit. Everybody must see what's going on in real time. Not making a law. I said not making. You think you have won? You have no idea. You have no idea. It is not a threat.